Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, now let's just keep it a buck, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. It doesn't mean whatever Oscar says is the gospel and is the absolute truth. Now, Oscar has walked back some of his comments referencing to a fight with Tank versus Ryan Garcia. Now, the latest thing is that I think at the very least, possibly spoken with Leonard Ellaby, but they really haven't had any contact with Floyd or Al Heyman. Basically, to make a long story short, unless Floyd or Al Heyman give their blessing, Tank versus Ryan Garcia isn't going to happen. At the end of the day, Floyd has made it visibly clear and said on several occasions that he's not willing to go out of his way to make fights with other promotional companies. He basically said that they're not going to help make another promotional company great. So when you hear people say stuff like that, then a shadow of doubt, draws in your head like, okay, here we go. And that's just the problem. At the end of the day, I've said this, and I stand by this. And I want to say, for people that's trying to play that black card with Al Heyman saying that, why is everybody attacking Al Heyman and giving Bob Arum a pass? Ain't nobody gave Bob Arum a pass. I done made several videos calling out Bob Arum over the years. So just stop it. And I've made videos questioning some of Bob Arum's antics. So don't come with that crap, because that's what it is. At the end of the day, you gotta hold people accountable. And that's just real talk. So don't even try to sneak that in. Don't even try to play them games with me. And you know who you are. Don't even come at me like that, dude. Real talk. But at the end of the day, this is just a problem. Nobody wants to do business anymore. Everybody have ego and pride and want to hold grudges. Like I say, the best way to get even with somebody is you go build up your stable of fighters and you put them in the ring against your competitors, your ops, whatever you want to call it, fighters. And you win and you get even by your fighters winning. All this stuff about, well, I don't want him to make any money off of me, or I don't want him to make anybody. At the end of the day, man, this is the business of boxing, and when you hear people talk like that, it's just childish, and it displays ignorance. And everybody's done this, from Golden Boy to Top Rank to Matchroom to the PBC. They all do it. They're all guilty of doing it. But at one time, when they were saying, okay, they're hell bent on making, they hell bent on making Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davidson. He was like, okay, well, fuck it, okay, let's do it. Then you hear from, certain people, hey, we don't know about that. We have something better lined up for Tank. Okay, so you like, okay, well, what's better? What, Devin Haney? And I talked to Team Haney. I know for a fact Tank and Devin Haney is not in the cards. So what's next? A rematch with Isaac Cruz? Okay, we'll take that. Because there was some questioning surrounding that fight. Okay, we'll take that. Okay, what's next afterwards? I don't think nobody is interested in a rematch with Rolling. So like I said, you have to ask these questions. Okay, what is the next big move for Tank? So I'm just saying, man, at the end of the day, you got to get these fights made, man. I mean, can we cut the shit? Like I said, everybody needs to be held accountable, man. So I'm just saying, man, this got to stop, man. Do these people even remotely care about the fans or care about what the fans want? Don't seem like it. Hasn't seemed like that in a while. The funny thing is, funny thing is, we talk about, outside fights not being made. Shit, you damn near can't get a good inside fight made. But you just have to say this because this is just fact. At the end of the day, if Tank doesn't have what you would call a marquee opponent for his next fight, after a while, the well is going to run dry. The thrill is going to be gone because people are going to see Tank, anticipate for him having a super showdown with somebody eventually. But if Tank keep fighting the type of guys that he's fighting, then the interest is going to die down. They're going to say, okay, he fighting him. Then he fighting him, and I'm not interested in this fight. And then it's going to get to the point where you're just going to be like, I don't want to see Tank. And then Tank's, you know what I'm saying, reputation in his heart is going to be questioned. And his, him being reluctant to fight certain type of fighters. That's already been said about Tank and being said about Tank. So they gotta do something. Because at the end of the day, this is not gonna last if you don't try to find marquee fights for him. And that's just real talk. When Triple G didn't fight marquee opponents, when he kept fighting the people he was fighting, his popularity went down. The demand for him went down. So it is what it is. Anyway, this is your boy Town Biz. I'm out.